Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Shanika and today I have a seated stretch for you, and this one is to target the side body and the hip flexors, and these are areas that are usually overlooked in a stretching practice. And so if you are experiencing any low back pain, you do a lot of desk work, or you're just looking for something to open up that side body and get you feeling a little bit more light in that area, this practice is for you. There are no props required. However, you may decide to use a block underneath your seat for Pigeon, but other than that, you don't need any props. Also, if you haven't noticed already, I did a little bit of a name change. I'm just trying to refresh my channel and make myself stand out a little bit more in the crowd that is YouTube. And so you're still going to get the same content that you've been getting, but I will be adding things. So anything that I do on my channel will be in addition to what I'm already creating here on YouTube. So we will go ahead and get started today in a child's pose position. So bringing the knees nice and wide, bringing your big toes to touch, and sending your hips back towards your heels. And as you're sending your hips back towards your heels, you're looking to extend your arms as far forward as you can, bringing your forehead to the floor. You can keep your fingers tented or bring the forearms to the floor. Just taking a few breaths here. Next, inhale, let's lift the gaze and walk all 10 fingertips off towards the right side of your mat. Keep your fingertips tented, and we're just going to roll. So you're rolling and looking underneath the right armpit, and then looking underneath the left armpit. And you'll notice when you look underneath that right armpit, the side body stretch on the left side increases. We'll do one more here. And then just bring the forearms to the floor. Taking that left palm and placing it on top of the right. Inhale, and walking all 10 fingertips off the left side, keeping your fingertips tented, and then rocking and rolling. So looking underneath the left armpit, feel that stretch in the right side body, and then look underneath the right armpit. A few times like this. Do one more here as you relax the arms to the floor and bring that right palm on top of the left. You can rest your ear on your right shoulder. Inhale to lift the gaze, come back through center, and walk your hands back up, keeping your knees as is. So we're going to remain seated on our toes. And from here, we're just going to take the arms up, interlace the fingers, and then push forward as you round through the spine, chin to chest. Inhale, arms come up. And as you bring the arms up, sticking out your bum. So inhale, chest comes forward. Interlace the fingers, and exhale, push the palms forward, round chin to chest. One more like this. Inhale, gather up. Interlace the fingers, and exhale, push the palms forward, chin to chest. Keeping your fingers interlaced, inhale the arms to come up, and we're just going to make some figure eights. So you're just rolling or stirring the pot, so to speak, rolling the hips, the arms, and switching directions. Inhale here, and exhale, interlace your fingertips behind you, or your knuckles, sorry. You're going to squeeze your shoulder blades, squeeze your elbows together as you reach your knuckles towards the floor. If your knuckles touch, you can push them into the floor, puff up through the chest for 3, 2, and 1. Keeping your fingers interlaced, you're going to bring your palms to your outer right hip. Squeeze the right elbow to the midline and drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Drawing your left shoulder down and away. Inhale back through center. Exhale, release from the side. You're going to bring your palms to the left hip, squeeze the right elbow into the midline, draw that right shoulder down and away as you drop your left ear to your left shoulder. Inhale back through center, release the grips on the hands and come forward, finding a tabletop. So in your tabletop position, inhale, belly drops, chin lifts, and exhale, round. 2 more. Inhale, and as you inhale, pull your wrists back. And exhale, round. Last one, inhale. And exhale, round. Inhale, come back to a neutral spine. Look over your right shoulder and squeeze your hip. So you imagine you're trying to squeeze your hip and your right shoulder together. Look over the right. So you're feeling a nice stretch in the left side body. So you're scrunching your right side. Come back through center. Looking over your left shoulder, scrunching your left hip to touch your left shoulder. Feeling the stretch in that right side body. And come back through center. So I'll face this way for this one. So again, you're going to tuck your toes back under like we were at the beginning of the practice. We won't be here for too much longer. From here, sprinkling your right fingertips beside you and reaching up and over with your right fingertips. Inhale. And exhale, switch. Inhale. Exhale, switch. Inhale. Exhale, switch. Inhale. Exhale, switch. And this time, when you're reaching to the right, you're dropping your left hip. So picking your hip up and bringing your left hip to the floor. We're going to hold it here for 3, for 2, and 1. Gently come all the way back up. Extend your right leg out to the side, bringing your left foot in towards your groin. Come down onto your left forearm and reach up and over to the left with your right fingertips. So again, you're looking to make space in this right side. Reach. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, rise all the way back up. Bringing your right forearm to the inside of your right leg and reach up and over with your left fingertips. Ooh. 3, 2, 1. Staying as you are, take your left arm, bringing the top of the left hand onto your low back and looking down towards your right palm. And in fact, it might feel better to just move the neck around, find that sweet spot. Next inhale, gently rise all the way up, being nice and gentle. It might feel a little bit tender. We're going to take all 10 fingertips, sprinkle them to the top of the mat as we rotate onto the top of our left shin. So the left toes are pressing into the floor, and your right toes are tucked under behind you. And you're just rocking back and forth here, side to side. From here, tuck the right toes, untuck the right toes, so your right toes are pressing into the floor. You really push, push, push. So pushing with all of your strength into both your left foot and your right foot. Taking your left fingertips beside you, reach up and over to the left with your right fingertips. And just notice if you're leaning forward. Again, you can have that block beside you to help with balance, but you're really pushing, using strength to keep yourself lifted here. 3, 2, and 1. Gently release the hand from above. Bring your fingertips back to the floor. Tuck your right toes under, and you're going to bring your left shin at a 45, finding pigeon. So there's a nice long line from your left knee to your left big toe. Untuck your back toes. Square off your hips. From here, with your fingertips out in front of you, bend your right knee and flex your right foot as if you're going to squeeze your heel in towards your bum. And lower. 3 more times like this. Lift and lower. Flex the foot as you lift it up and squeeze and lower. Last one. Lift. Hold it here for 3, 2, and 1. Everything softens, finding your pigeon here. Inhale here and side out. Coming up onto your forearms, bringing your left elbow closer to the right side of your mat. From here, you're going to take your right palm and place it on top. So you can place it on top like 2 flat pancakes, or you can make a fist with your right hand and push down, or make a fist with your left hand and push up. I prefer this method. So you're going to push, push, push to bring your sternum to meet your thumb and look up towards the ceiling. Again, your legs are nice and strong for 3, for 2, take a nice big inhale here, and sigh it out. Gently unravel the palms, bringing your left seat to the floor, bringing your feet into a butterfly position. Hands onto your ankles, inhale here, and exhale, just fold forward. Gently rise, close the legs, sweep your legs behind you, and we'll repeat this on the other side. So coming back to that position where we're seated with our toes pressing into the floor, you're going to sprinkle your left fingertips beside you and reach up and over with your right fingertips. And this time you're bringing your right seat, your right hip to the floor. We're going to hold and reach here for 3, for 2, and 1. Gently windmill the arms up, bringing your right forearm to the floor as you straighten the left leg and bring your right foot in towards your groin. Reaching up and over with your left fingertips. So again, notice if you're scrunching, try to find length and reach. 3, 2, and 1. Pushing into your right palm to bring yourself upright as you bring your left forearm down to the inside of your left leg. Reaching up and over to the left with the right hand. 3. Think about rotating your rib cage. So you're trying to draw your left rib cage open. 1 more breath, inhale. Exhale, bring the top of your right hand to your low back. Draw your right shoulder down and away from your ear. You can drop your left ear to your left shoulder. Or maybe you glance down at your palm. Find that sweet spot. Gently release, rise, moving nice and slow. It might feel a little tender. Sprinkling all 10 fingertips to the top of the mat as we rotate onto the top of the right shin, right foot. Your left toes are tucked under, just making sure you're squaring off your hips. So if you're not feeling that stretch in the hip flexor, think about drawing your right hip back and your left hip forward. Just rocking side to side here. Let's untuck the toes, pushing the left toes into the floor. So push, 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 pushing into your right toes as well so that you can come all the way up. So you're using strength of your legs here, sprinkling your right fingertips beside you as you reach up and over to the right with your left fingertips. And again, looking to make space, growing nice and tall. And the more you push down into that top of the left foot, the more you're going to feel the stretch in your hip flexor. Inhale here. And exhale, release. Sprinkling your fingertips back towards the floor and finding a 45. So tucking your left toes under, finding a 45 with your right foot. So a nice long line from your right knee to your right big toe. Again, square off your hips to the top of the mat. And we're going to bend and flex the heel in towards the bum and straighten. And I definitely feel this a lot more on this side. Couple more. Squeeze and release. 2 more. The key is on that top is you really want to squeeze it. Feel that little burn and then release. From here, inhale and exhale, coming down into your pigeon. Nice big inhale here. And sigh it out. Coming up onto your forearms, you're going to bring your right elbow closer to the left side of your mat. Push down into your right elbow, make a fist, and place the left palm on top. Push, 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 bringing your sternum to meet your thumb. You can tuck your toes under if this feels better for you. And we're going to hold it here for 3, 2, and 1. Gently release. Push into your palms. Lean your weight into your right hip and swing your left leg forward. We're going to come to lay back onto the mat, keeping your knees bent. From here, you're going to take your left foot and bring it underneath your right sit bone. Grab a hold of your left foot with your right hand. Bring your left knee, left shin to the floor. Draw your right knee in towards your chest and grab a hold of your right knee with your left hand. Deepening that stretch in the right hip flexor, top of the right thigh. Gently, on the next exhale, release the grip, bringing the right foot back to the floor. Unravel the left foot. Readjust the hips. We'll do this on the other side. So sweeping that right foot underneath the left sit bone. Grab a hold of the right foot, the right knee, right shin to the floor. And then bend the left knee in towards the chest and bringing your right hand onto your left knee. Gently on the next exhale, release the grip. Bring both feet back to the floor. Readjust your hips. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a nice big hug. We'll find a brief happy baby. So grabbing a hold of the outer edges of your feet. Bringing the feet up. Gently pull down on the feet. Pushing the skull and the sacrum into the floor. Next exhale, gently close the shape, close the knees, and gently rock. So making our way into our resting pose from here, we'll be finding reclined butterfly. And if you have your block handy, this is where you could use it as well. Just use my pillow. You'd bring the soles of your feet onto your block and allow your knees to drop outwards. This gives a nice opening in the thighs. Bring my arms up. Slowly the fingers, the toes, rotating the ankles, the wrists, reaching the arms up overhead for a nice long body stretch. And on the exhale, let it go. Bend the knees one by one. Roll onto your side. Just hanging out here for a moment. And then gently pushing yourself up to a seat. Coming to a seat. Let's take a nice big inhale. Draw the shoulders up towards the ears. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And on the exhale, drop them down and back. Gently opening the eyes. I hope you enjoyed the practice today, and I hope that you are going to stick around for all that Move with Shanika is going to be in the future. If you did enjoy the practice, like, subscribe, share it with friends and family, and I'll see you back here again soon for another practice.